Hey guys, my name is Andre, and I am about to do this review on BFarm, which allows you to stake BNB and BUSD and earn 140% within 8 days. So if you haven't heard of this project, pay attention. I'm going to give you my opinion on whether I think this is legit or not. But before I jump right into it, I want to make a disclaimer that this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. Any decisions that you make is yours and yours alone. If you want to know my credibility, I've been in the crypto space for over 5 years, and I am a licensed stockbroker. Again, that doesn't really mean anything for the crypto space, but maybe that means something to you. And I hope that within these 10 minutes, I bring you some sort of value. And if I do, please go ahead and like and subscribe and comment. Tell me what value I brought to you. If I don't, also tell me what I didn't do that you wanted me to do, etc. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to keep talking. Let's jump right into this review and get started. Okay, so as you can see, this is BFarm. Very, very simple. It tells you right away in this front page what's exactly happening. As you can see, the way that this operates is in terms of lockup periods. And then at the end of the lockup period, this is what they guarantee that you'll return, right? For me, I see no logical reason to not do this one because at the end of the day, if I do this every 8 days, I'm earning 140% every 8 days. So it makes no sense for me to do these other ones. In my personal opinion, because I would rather just constantly reinvest if I can, right? So that's just like the first thing that jumped out at me because those numbers are just kind of just like weird. Normally, I honestly feel like anytime that it's a longer term period, you should earn equally, if not more, and it incentivizes you to actually lock up for that long period, right? Like I'm not incentivized to do this if within that exact same period, I can reinvest 3 times, right? And get 140% 3 times in a row, basically compounded. So this makes a lot more sense to me. I also do BUSD because I don't have to worry about price jumps in BNB. So with BUSD, I know that I'm going to be getting pretty much $51.31 plus whatever earnings. So again, lockup period, 8 days. You do get your initial investment back plus what you've earned. They have 2 buttons, withdraw, where you could withdraw all of it and get out of it, or you could withdraw half, and then the other portion of it is reinvested, and you just keep doing that going forward. So again, pretty simple referral program like most other high yield projects they have. There's nothing too complex about this website. So yeah, I mean, end of the day, my strategy, because of the fact that this is high risk, I put only $50 into it. It's only 5 days old, so that means nobody has ended the lockup period yet, right? So we're going to find out whether or not this withdrawal button actually works in a couple of days. So I took a big risk to just get involved with it now, but honestly, it probably would have been smarter for me to wait the 3 days, see if people are able to withdraw, and if people are, great, fantastic, put money into this and lock it away for 8 days and see what happens, right? In terms of whether I believe this is a scam or not, again, it gives a lot of vibes that it could be a rug, and at any time it could pull. Again, one of the big things is we're going to find out in 3 days whether or not people are actually able to withdraw or not, and that's going to be a big factor in determining the legitimacy of this project. But there's also no information about the team. A lot of anonymous projects end up being scams and rugs, and that is a big thing that a lot of people will tell you is if you want to get involved in something, make sure that there's a face behind the team. There's plenty of projects, high yield projects, that at the very least have been doxed and KYC'd, but again, like there's also ones that have been KYC'd and still pulled the rug. So end of the day, like you'll see, but again, the odds of a rug happening with a project that's anonymous versus not anonymous, it's significantly increased with anonymous projects. So that is risk factor number 1 that you need to include, on top of the fact that we have no idea whether these withdrawal buttons work. That is risk factor number 2. The fact that there is only $91,000, it is brand new. That's staked very, very, very tiny amount, right? And that they are basically promising 140% in return, Whether that's sustainable, I have no idea. How they plan on sustaining that, I have no idea. Again, that's risk factor number 3. That's about 17.5% a day, and that is crazy high returns. And that doesn't, again, the sustainability of that, I have no idea how it actually works. So we'll find out if that works or not, if it's sustainable, for how long it's sustainable, but that is risk factor number 3 that you need to understand, okay? Risk number 4 with this project is within the white paper, okay? One of the biggest factors within a scam project is, the amount of effort that they put within the actual project itself. Website, very simple, right? There's nothing crazy going on. I kind of do like the layout of it. I think it's kind of cool and interesting. Doesn't look like it's necessarily made by a high school student, but again, it's very simple. Like, I don't imagine that this would have taken a long time to make. I'm not a programmer, but in terms of if you compare it to a bunch of other high yield projects, like, there's really nothing complex happening. White paper, nothing complex. Like, this is a light paper, not a white paper. Like, there's no detail in here. There's nothing new on this that I don't learn, that I wouldn't get just by looking at all of this on the website, right? The risk factor number 5 or 4, I can't remember what number I'm on, that I have with this is the fact that there are grammatical errors within this entire white paper, right? Interacted with every type of platform under the sun. We gotten rugged. We've made profits. We've seen it all. We come from a variety of backgrounds, but the one thing that brought us together was our love for smart contract development. Like, that's kind of like what our team is overflowing with creative idea for how we can make huge impact on DeFi space right now. We made plan for BNB or BUSD platforms and more. So again, one of the biggest risk factors for me, and again, just look at some of the scams that you've participated in, and look at your email spam folder, look at a random WhatsApp text that you get. A lot of these, what they have in common, what scams have in common, is improper English and grammar, right? Again, could just be that the developers of this, English second language, a little bit difficult for them, very much a likely possibility, but end of the day, because we don't know who the developers are, risk factor, okay? So I just listed off a few things, and number 5 or 6, whichever number I'm on, risk factor, very, very small community. If we look at their Twitter, only 697 people, Discord, less than 300 people on it. Very, very small, means low liquidity with this. But again, cool thing is it's not like we're following their token. It's within BUSD and BNB, so it should be fairly liquid. But again, it's based off of how much is in the contract that they can give back to you. So again, if there's not a lot of funds in the contract that they can give to you, they can't guarantee this. So end of the day, at the very least, it's not like it's a brand new random token. It's at least tokens that are in the space, have been in the space for a while. So a lot of risks there, right? I listed more. The one really positive thing that I have seen so far to confirm whether this is legit or not is this audit by Haze Crypto. I don't know the legitimacy of Haze itself. I like Certic a lot better than anything else. But according to Haze, there were no vulnerabilities, no backdoors, and no scam scripts that were discovered. So according to them, at least the smart contract is safe. So that's the only positive thing that I've really seen about this project. Other than that, everything else is just risk. So that being said, right, this is basically the end of the video. Like, I just gave you everything. My strategy, I'm going to withdraw half, which in 8 days, if that is something that I'm able to do, I'll probably find out in 3 days whether the withdrawal function actually works. But if 8 days and it does work, I withdraw half. I basically make my initial funds plus $10 extra according to the 140%. And then from there, I will most likely just recompound everything. It becomes icing on the cake. And if I could earn 140%, a few weeks in a row, I could collect a lot of money pretty quickly. So that being said, we'll kind of see. It's a wait and see 3 days. I will probably do a quick update on my TikTok. So to finish this video, remember to like, subscribe, to the channel. Hopefully I brought you some value. Comment any questions, concerns that you have. I will address most questions through TikTok, which there will be a link in the description as well, because I could do those quickly really anywhere and I could answer them faster for you. So make sure that you also go subscribe and follow the TikTok. Otherwise, I will do longer form videos on YouTube. So without further ado, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I brought you value. And this is Andre signing off.